It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, at Warshak if you want to call me by my in-game name. And today we're going to be playing some N'Zoth Death Rattle, or N'Zoth Warrior, Death Rattle Warrior, depending on how you want to call it. We're utilizing some of the new Karazhan cards, such as Moat Lurker. So we're just going to test them out and see how it works. So far, the deck seems to be okay. I'm not really sure. This is definitely not the final version of this deck, and I'm sure there's better versions to come, but this is what I currently have, so we'll see if it's how well it does. But as of now, yeah, seems to be working pretty well. If you have any recommendations, I'd be glad to hear it. In this opening hand, definitely don't want to keep any of this. We like Brawl. Like, surprisingly, when you go against Druid, like Ravaging Ghoul, Brawl, War Axe is kind of what I'm going for. We got one of the pieces, which is fine, but normally anything to kind of stop their early game is what we need to succeed. And then hopefully if we can draw into Barnes before turn 4, that'd be great. Because Barnes ripping out, like, let's say one of the infested Taurens or Baron or something crazy like that is always nice. And then we're in the midst of testing the Moat Lurker, along with the not Spellbender, but Spell Slinger in this deck. Because if we can Moat Lurker something and silence it, or Moat Lurker our own card and maybe silence their Sylvanas, would be good. We also run Tickmaster Overspark because we've been playing a lot of Hunters, and Hunters have Savannah Highmane, and Savannah Highmane is bad. So we've been using her against the Hunters, so we can just transform their Savannah Highmane into hopefully a 1-1, but worst case, it's just a 5-5, which we can kill relatively easily. But when it comes to 6-5 and then turns into an additional 4-4 in stats after it dies, that's where the trouble comes in. So a lot of players would actually just go ahead and drop the Ravaging Ghoul here, but you know as well as I that the 1-1s aren't scary. It's when he does like Wisp of the Old Gods, or he goes Violet Teacher into a bunch of shenanigans. So we're actually just going to hold Ravaging Ghoul for now. So coin into a 4-drop, probably the Mire Keeper into ramp. Yep. So, I mean, we could drop the Ravaging Ghoul, contest everything he's got, or we could just bash the 3-3 and go on with our lives. I kind of like bashing the 3-3 and going on with our lives. I really don't want to use Ravaging Ghoul just yet. But Ravaging Ghoul is used again, Wisps of the Old Gods, and then if he decides he wants to have a really big Violet Teacher turn and doesn't power the wild. So there's Violet Teacher. I'm assuming here's like an Innervate. Oh, okay, Raven Idol's fine. And then I see, like, worst case scenario, he innervates into a Power the Wild, but in that case, we just Brawl, and then a 2/2 lives, and then that just gives us really good plays from then to the end of the game. We also still run 2 Revenges in this deck, 2 Ravagings, and 2 Brawls, so there's a decent amount of field removal in this deck, along with, of course, the N'Zoth being the endgame winner, which seems to be... Whenever I have like a really high drop creature, I always draw them in the first. Like, it is insane how soon I draw these cards. We're definitely not going to Brawl here. What I see is I feel like just killing the problem. So if we well, it sucks because we can't bash, armor up, shield slam, and we can't armor up, shield slam. We do have Ravaging Ghoul, but then we're not actually getting rid of the problem. Like, the Violet Teacher is why, like, if we Ravaging Ghoul now, he's just going to make more 1-1s, and then we're going to have to Brawl, and then we're forced to use Brawl and Ravaging Ghoul. If we use Brawl now, then he hasn't used any Power of the Wilds, and we're a Brawl down. If we bash the Violet Teacher and Hero Power up, well, yeah, we can bash and just Shield Slam it. Because the bash gives us armor, dirt, but the problem is we're Shield Slamming at 3-2, when theoretically we just want to Brawl out like a big board. So the problem is if we don't Shield Slam it now, he knows we have Shield Slam because we had clicked on the spell before. So we had to Shield Slam because he knows. He knows better. And we're also pretty tired, guys. I've made too many videos today. After you get through like 3 videos, you're just like exhausted. Like, they're tiring, man. Like, it's not physically demanding, it's mentally demanding. So Sylvanas is nice here. He's going to get 2 ticks with Emperor, but I don't really care. Well, nothing we could do about it, man. Nothing we could do about it. He could possibly get 3 ticks with Emperor. Who knows? He could just make the trade with Emperor. We take a 1-1, he swings, and then he just starts playing shit. But he only discounted, I guess he discounted 5 cards, right? So that's still pretty bad. With the possibility of discounting more. But what are we going to do? We could shield slam it, Kappa. Okay, so it looks like he's going for the, hopefully we take a 1-1. No. Watch us take Emperor. It's 25% chance. Oh, you should have gone for the other side. Should have gone for the other side. You were so close, but just so far away at the same time. 5-drop Drew to the Claw. Ooh, shit, that's a card. I guess we brawl this board, right? No, brawl doesn't look that great. Brawl does not look that great. Oh, man. Street lights. People. We're not doing great right now. We could brawl and then just 33% chance the 1-1 lives.
Maybe.
I think it's worth it. This little Groot looks like he can make it. Oh no, Emperor made it. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to slam this dude. And he's going to get 3 Emperor ticks. But he only has, 4 cards in hand, maybe 2 max at the time, so it's not too big of a deal. As long as he just runs out of shit, that's the main point. So right now he's looking for a Nourish so he can refill his hand. So Azure Drake helps. Ooh, somebody just opened a Ragnaros. Congratulations, my friend. It's a very good card. So he still has 5 mana to play with. Oh, there's a 3 mana Nourish. This is a problem because now he's going to discount 6 cards. Emperor needs to fucking die, but there's no way for us to get rid of it. I guess we're hell screaming the Emperor, right? Power of the Wild makes a dude. Interesting. That shows me he probably has a Savage Roar in his hand. Yeah, Savage Roar. Am I saying it right? I think I am. So theoretically, we could execute and then like True Heart, but it doesn't really do much. I want to save execute for Ancient of Wars because I know he's got it. This is fine. If he wants to swipe it, that's one less swipe. I doubt he's gonna mulch it, and then so if he swings his Azure Drake in it, it clears up the board a little bit. Fandrel's a problem, so it looks like we need to draw into our second brawl to be able to clear off what he's doing. Another Nourish. So he's going to gain 2 more mana and draw 3 more cards, which means he's currently out of Nourishes. Has 1 Azure Drake, and it's his 10 cards to our 18. He has drawn 8 more cards than us. Power of the Wild for the buff and the creature. So Brawl, definitely. Revenge is good too. But we didn't actually draw into any of our early game. No War Axe, no Infested Tauren. We drew into bashes and slams, but they weren't a significance to this game. So I guess a Brawl, and then the best Brawl would be the 4/3 would die. Hey, Infested Tauren, you're a little late, my friend. So what would we do here to survive? And by survive, I mean like hardly live, right? So we would Ravage and Ghoul. We would execute the 8/8. Leaving the Fandrel alive, we don't really have a choice. So this would die. And then we follow up with just the Tauren. And the Tauren can soak, let's say 4, and that's still 9. So it's most likely he's going to be able to win. But at least it's something, right? Yeah, no Revenges. That hurt. Living Roots for 3. Okay. Brokeback Druid takes another win. Good job. Good job. You literally drew twice as much as me. So that's what the deck does. It ramps, it draws, and it plays giant creatures. In that matchup, what was our opening hand again? I think True Heart was in there. I don't remember. Maybe we could have mulliganed better, maybe not. I don't remember. Same dude? Alright, different dude, same deck. It's so sad when you just play against Druid and there's only one deck that the Druid plays. There's only one deck. Alright, so do we keep Execute just in case he like ramps out a really early Onyxia? I don't think so. I think we get rid of everything here and we hope for, again, War Axe, Brawl, Infested Tauren. Well, we got 2 of those. That's pretty nice. Okay. Got a lot of our big guys. We got the Karen and the Baron. The Execute came back to us and must have heard us talking about it. How you doing, buddy? Street lights. People. Wow, no wild growth on turn 2. We're lucky. Armor up. So this deck basically plays the same way as Control Warrior, but instead of the Elise being your win condition, you have N'Zoth. Besides that, it basically, in my opinion, runs the same from what I've seen thus far. All right, so we have, only because we have another 4-drop. If we wouldn't have drawn into the other infested Tarn, I would have just played Tarn, coin into Karen. But since we have 2 4-drops, it's just I wouldn't say it's a lot of pressure, but he's gonna want to deal with it because he's gonna be like, oh, we can kill it, and then I can summon a bunch of creatures, and then we're just gonna brawl. Street lights. People. I'll stop. Alright. Oh my god, look at him go. Living Roots? Oh, Power of the Wild. Wow. Wow. You gonna tell me that this deck is not broke back? Do we just attack a 2/2? Nah. We'll tell him we brawl. I don't give a fuck.
That's not right.
And then I'll be like, oops, so maybe he thinks we don't have brawl. Nourish, it doesn't fucking matter. He's gonna refill his hand anyway. So worst case scenario when we brawl, the Violet Teacher lives, right? So like this is the deck. You extend really far. You don't give a fuck because then you nourish and draw 3 more cards, which is basically the cards he used, and then he's just gonna make trades. Oh no. So the brawl won't even that powerful, but we can execute this, right? And then he only has 5 on the board. Then we can still armor up. Yeah, brawling here seems pretty bad. What if we just execute that? You only have 5 power on board, man. So next turn's Karen, following turn's Baron. He's gonna have to extend more. Hazard Drake's a nice extension. So definitely don't want to brawl this. I guess we just play Karen, right? What if he roars though? Savage Roar would be a problem. That'd be lethal. I don't think he's got it though. So we Karen. Where are revenges, man? I'm gonna make sure they're in the deck after this. I'm almost certain I put them in the deck, but who knows? Another Nourish. Jesus Christ. 13 to our 20. This is insane. So much draw. So much potential. So much value. Alright, hits it for 2. Yep. And then trades. Maybe no trades. Okay, Living Roots for 3 and then does trades. Wow, so he's able to broke back his way through our guy. Oh, is he just gonna go off face? Okay. Interesting. So, we could Baron, attack 4/5 into Drake, clear board. I don't really like that. We could... Well, we know this is happening. We know that's happening. And then, do we care about killing this 2/2? Not really. I just care about killing one of them because it looks like we're attempting to kill it. So it's just like, wow, does he really not have the removal he needs? And if he decides he wants to go ham on the board again, we have Baron or Brawl. If he decides he wants to play a war, we have Slam into Execute. And if he decides he wants to do nothing, then we just N'Zoth. Because we already have had 2 taunts die in our Karen, which is fine for me. I don't really need a Sylvanas. So he has 2 turns until the big guns. And we have basically removal for whatever else he plays. I'm going to go into a Shield Slam for this. We're going to take 3 damage, which means we're going to actually have to slam it first. Because we're only at 4, unless we draw into a Ravaging Ghoul. War Axe, that actually takes care of it. So we actually can just slam, or we could just Shield Slam and then whatever, but I kind of want to slam it first just to draw and see what we get. Sylvanas is good. If we play Sylvanas, he's probably going to have lethal, right? We play Sylvanas and he has 8 damage on board, but we're going to take a decent amount of damage anyway through attacking this. Ugh. He has 7 cards in hand. We can't allow that card to live. There's no way. There's no way. If that lives another turn, he's going to win through just the value it generates. So if we can make it past the next 2 turns, I think we can win this game. But if he's if he has the burst right here, that, you know, it's just he got it. So he has currently 4 damage, so he needs to, oh gosh. Yeah, it looks like he has it. Wow. It doesn't matter. So the only way around that play was to execute a 3 HP creature, which is not a winning play. So if he has wars, we would lose to wars. Oh yeah, we're gonna go back and look to see if there's brawls. Or not brawls, but revenge. Revenge is very important. Especially against these fucking broke-back druids. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Yeah, revenge is in here, just not drawing it. And so is a bunch of other cards. So let's just take a look at what we didn't draw. War Axe was late, Revenge was never there, 1 slam, Bash made an appearance, Ravaging Ghoul absent, Shield Block absent, Barnes absent. Good stuff. Let's try another. Damn, I thought we were gonna keep the below 1,000 legend mark. Not that that's a huge achievement due to the fact that, you know, most people playing right now are playing, you know, just fun decks just to kind of test them out. We haven't even drawn an Emote Lurker. That'll be interesting when we play him. Let's say you kill a card with Moat Lurker that has a buff on it. It resummons the creature, so the buff's gone. Jesus Christ, another fucking druid. Why is everybody trying so hard with this broke back ass druid? What I mean by broke back is just like I guess I can't complain as much as like against like Face Shaman, because that's also a broke back deck. But this druid deck is only popular because this one guy played it to #1 legend, and I mean it's a good deck, but like how is I don't know. It could be just salty. It's just like it's not a fun deck to play. You just fucking throw up on the board. But people could say the same thing about Warrior. You just sit there and armor up every turn. So you got to look both directions. It's like Druid used to be such a different class before Force of Nature Savage Roar. Yeah, before the Force of Nature Savage Roar, it was like, holy shit. Some guy was listening to his music so loudly, I could hear the individual lyrics past 2 walls in this building. Holy shit. That was some good stuff right there. So Wild Growth on 2, Living Roots on 1. What else you got? We drew Barnes, which is good. So maybe we'll get a good stuff. It'll probably bring out Tink Master, so it'll be like, you know, not only is it going to bring out like a card that doesn't do anything, it's going to bring out a card so you know there's Tink Master in my deck, so you won't play War by itself. You'll always put like a little 1/1 or like a 3/3 or something beside your creature so you know I wouldn't play Tink Master and take the risk of it turning your 3/3 into a 5/5 and keeping your 5/10 with taunt. Coin into 5-drop. Claw. Innervate. Okay. What else you got? Another Innervate? Ah, the Ancient War. How could I forget? There you are. Hello, Moat Lurker. All right, so what do we do to this? If we silence it, it actually turns into a 5/5. If we Barnes, we could rip Sylvanas. Sure. But we're not getting Sylvanas. It's gonna give me Tink Master. Ah, gave me a really shitty Justicar. What a bad jouster. Who's gonna win who's gonna lose a joust with a 1/1? At least we have 2 brawls in our hand, right? So if he wants to, you know, he only has currently 7 damage on board, so we can live quite a few turns. Have a nourish. Reload your hand. You deserve it. We're done playing Hearthstone after this today, boys. I've played enough, as we can see with what's going on here. Why would you ever make this trade? You know I have to attack this taunt creature to get anywhere past you, and that would have been a trade I would have made, and on top of that I would have executed. So there was no reason for you to attack that. Now you're wondering, do I kill this 1/1 Justicar Trueheart? And the answer is no. You go face. I have to get through the taunt card. Go face. There you go. Come on, man. It's very disappointing. Well, you know for damn sure I'm executing this. And you know I'm killing off one of these. And you know I'm going to armor up because I'm a warrior, and that's all I do. We have Moat Lurker, though. Everything's okay. So what is this guy actually? I haven't actually looked at this guy. What is this? I see a face. And that's it. There's like some logs in there. Oh, it's a hand. So it's a... Okay. So he played this, and those are cards. We could kill this, and then he would get it back. Or we could just silence it. Now what are you gonna do? What a fucking troll-ass spellbreaker. Keep extending. Actually, silencing that's bad, right? Because then he's not gonna summon any more 1/1s, which makes our brawl lesser, because it's not gonna bring out a 1/1. But then what other play do we have that turn? To like bash a 2/2? That doesn't feel good either. We could have just done nothing and just armored up. We could have moat lurkered. Nah, we ain't about the moat lurker. We're gonna moat lurker our own Sylvanas one game. It'll be good stuff. I feel like this card has potential, because I always feel like when I play Sylvanas, they never kill it. They like make retarded trade. I can't say that word. They make silly trades, and then like they leave nothing on the board for us to take. Right? It's like, oh, it's gonna have to attack. Like they play Thars, or we play Sylvanas, they play Thars, and then they know our Sylvanas has to attack their Thars, and nothing happens. But we just kill our Sylvanas with Moat Lurker, have a 3/3, take his guy, and then Moat Lurker dies. We get another Sylvanas, and Sylvanas died on our side. So not only when Zoth we get one Sylvanas, we could get the possibility of getting two if we can kill off our Moat Lurker. So it's like, I don't know. I feel it could be good. And also just kills a card, right? So he like Death Wings, we just Moat Lurker. Not that he's gonna Death Wing, but he could. Oh gosh, look at this. Wow. Wow, what a field. Powerful stuff. Oh my gosh. How did you get so good with the Druid class? That was a really good outcome. We're not going to slam it because it's not going to draw us a card. It kills it, but I don't care about 2 attack. And it's not that, you know, it's just I see this deck so much on ladder, guys. I'm so sick of it. Like even playing an aggro, like a face shaman right now would almost be like, yay, because this Druid deck is just, it's every single tournament, every single person in the tournament this past week in the summer prelims basically brought this deck with no variation. Like it is just, it's a deck, it's just, it's too much, man. It's too much. It's not fun to watch. And in my opinion, not that fun to play after like, you know, the 500th game. So what do? We slam, if we slam this, that doesn't feel that great. So if we bash this and armor up, it still can't kill it. Unless we want to use a revenge. Is this where Moat Lurker is going to come out and say hello? Nah, we're just going to slam this and see what happens. Oh, that's pretty good. So we're going to slam it again and see what happens. And definitely not going to execute it. Then we just bash. Dude, 3 Druids playing the same deck. 3 games in a row. Yeah. Tony, look, Tony walked in the room and I said 3 Druids, 3 games in a row. He goes, token? Yeah. It's like, it's just such a... What is this deck? How would you describe this deck?
Pretty damn broke back.
Pretty damn broke back was Tony's response. Do we go ahead and do this or do we Moat Lurker? we can't. There's no point to revenge. We'll just do this and a 2/2 is gonna live, right? Right game? No 5/8. No 5/8. No 5/8. No 5/8. 5/8. Sick. Sick. But you got lucky on your other brawl because no Violet Teacher lived. But you got to remember, one was silenced. And there was a 50-50, there was a 75-25% chance the other one was happened. But there was a 25% chance this guy was going to live. Got to remember percentages, guys. Percentages are important. Make this trade. Make this trade so I can just execute it. Don't kill my 2/2. My 2/2 doesn't deserve to die. This slime has been through a lot. Fuck, this slime is dead. The dream is gone. Oh, you killed it and you summoned dudes. Magnificent. So what does War Axe do? War Axe actually allows us to do very silly things, because if we attack the 5/8, we actually go down to 12 HP, 13 HP, so I can't count, so we're not going to do that. So we're just going to revenge. Execute. Is the Moat Lurker coming out, boys? I mean, we could go like War Axe into it and then Shield Slam, but that feels bad. So we go Moat Lurker. He'll never see it coming. Fuck that shit. We just Mo lurkered, boys. Oh my god, look at this guy. It's just such a trick. Reminds me of the fucking Cookie Monster. Oh no, he's gonna kill it. He already targeted it, so it's probably a Swipe or a Wrath, or he's gonna Yogg. All right, Yogg, silence Moat Lurker with a Mass Dispel. All right, Explorer's Hat, that's never good. Yogg with a hat, that's just one scary sight. Mind Games, oh gosh. We already used Double Brawl. He Mind Games my Tink Master. All right, his field is dead. All right, no problem. All right, Raven Idol, that's never good. Clear the board. Don't let him keep Yogg, man. Yogg is just broken. Shadow Flame. Shadow Flame up. Oh, Shadow Flame the Tank Master. Now he's gonna get Fandral back, but you have a lot of creatures, so like kill yourself with creatures. There you go. Hit yourself. 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 Oh no, don't hit me. Oh god, Avenging Wrath is bad. All right, so we get Rip a Revenge. The Revenge clears. Doom. Stormcrack, one of your minions. Rip Yogg. Pyroblast. Oh god, we lose. We win! Just kidding, we don't win, but we don't die. What has died? Pretty sure an Infested Tarn and a Moat Lurker. But if we War Axe this and armor up, we lose. The value. If we would have just hit this and do nothing, we lose the game. If we use Shield Slam, we lose the game. We have to play this. This is a big creature. Big things. Big things. Ah, we lose anyway. Starfall Swipe. He got Starfall from the Raven Idol he got from Yogg, right? Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Oh my fucking god, guys. This is some good stuff. Like, the only changes that I would make to this deck that were, like, not the best were Moat Lurker and Spellbreaker. Both of which could come in handy, like, a lot of the time. Like, Moat Lurkering our own Karen, Moat Lurkering our own Sylvanas, or Moat Lurkering, you know, his shit, just to get around it real quickly. We can Moat Lurker Spellbreaker, so which would basically be a 7/6 destroy a minion for 10 mana. People. Dun, dun. All right, so let's get rid of Moat Lurker. All right, he's questionable. Now, what do we look? What's our curve? Okay, so you'd probably want either some form of a 1-drop, a 2-drop, or a heavy creature. So, what do we look for here? Cleave. Could be an interesting card. Just 1 cleave. This is what I do in deck building, by the way, guys. I just go page by page and just analyze and see what cards could possibly make sense in the deck we're trying to build. Gorehowl also could be a thing, but the problem is people running Acidic Swamp Ooze and Harrison Jones. So it's just like anti-value. But because we're not running Elise, it could really be good in the control matchups that, you know, so maybe that's an option. So we could have definitely Gorehowled down the card before. So that's always, we'll keep that, we'll put that off to the side there. And by on the side, I mean in the deck. Is there anything else that stands out? I don't think so. We would probably just do Death Rattles, right? So we look up Death. I guess the Loot Hoarder is also a good option. That's a 2-drop and it allows us to cycle into some of our other stuff quickly. So Loot Hoarder is a good option here. And we already have Infested Tarns. They have Taunt. They're good. Oh, they're not good, but they're the best thing we've got with no Sledge Belcher around. The thing is fucking broken. God. In comparison to like Infested Tarn versus Sledge Belcher, it's like for 1 more mana, not only do you get a +1 attack and +2 HP, the card that it brings out has Taunt again. I don't give a fuck if it's a 2/2. If it's a 1/2 with Taunt, I value that higher just because it has Taunt again. It's just annoying to get past. And most of the time, if you're playing Infested Tarn, you're playing it around aggro decks. And aggro decks, most of the cards have 1 to 2 HP anyway. So, it's just like, Sledge Belcher was so good. I'm glad it's gone, but it's just so broken. We haven't even drawn Shield Block once yet. So it's Gore Howl or one Loot Hoarder. I think I value the Gore Howl more. All right. It also takes it out, so we have a higher chance of pulling like a better creature from Barns, right? So it reduces the creatures that do nothing and increases the creatures that do something. So like if we pull an Infested Tarn, it's good. If we pull Karen, it's good. If we pull Sylvanas, it's good. If we pull Baron, it could be good. Hellscream has charge. Ravaging Ghoul does nothing. Tinker Master Overspark does nothing. So there's like 3 or 4 creatures. How many creatures that do nothing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, because these have 2, because fuck it. Anyway, there's good. It's like 50-50. We'll just leave it 50-50. Everything's a 50-50. So as always, guys, I know this one was a little bit sketchy, but at least we got to play the deck and kind of see how it runs. And then we've made some slight modifications. And hopefully when we play next, it won't be against 3 of the same Druid decks in a row. So as always, I'm Warshak, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.